Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hi, my name is Polina and today we have a plan with me in my work planner. This is a Hobonichi Weeks Mega and today we will be using the Zig Clean Color dots. One of them is just a dot and the other one is actually dual-ended with a fine liner at the bottom. Today I'm going to be playing around with colors that match this washi. This is my favorite washi. It is from MT and I got it from Singapore at the Changi airport. I'm also using this pen from Hobonichi and this is a brush pen and this was a freebie a while back in one of the orders. And today we will be using this fountain pen and you have seen me use this before because this is my go-to fountain pen. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to divide the left page into two, and I'm just using the blue Zig Clean Color dot fine liner side to make my lines. Last time I used a fine liner as well, and I think that it just looks a little bit better on camera as well as in pictures. That's why I chose to use the fine liners. You can alternatively just use pencil or any pen that you would like. So here I'm also making a very thin column and this is worth about maybe a box and a half. So I'm just gonna say 1 box grid worth, and then I'm deepening the line that is on the right side of the page because I am extending the daily sections from the left to the right side of the page, but not too much. I'm just following the division that is already printed on the pages itself. And this leaves us with 4 columns. On the left, I have 1 column with the date included and a column with a box grid margin, and on the right, I have 2 columns. That is the daily extension and a free-flowing weekly sidebar. At least that is what I call it, and it usually has things that are related to the whole week, sort of like an overview. And for the sidebar, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the washi up top, and this is going to be like a little decoration to remind me when I'm flipping through this at the end of the year or the end of the lifetime of this planner, what this week was all about. And I've actually divided that free-flowing column using that line or that box, and I'm going to show you about that later. And then I'm going to be using this mile liner, this yellow one, because the Zig Yellow Clean Color wasn't giving the right color payoff that I wanted, and I think this is a very common color for the mild liners. I don't have many mild liners. I actually have more Tombow pens, but I'm glad to have this one because it's closer. Actually, the hue or the color payoff is closer to the washi. So if you haven't noticed already, this is a blue and yellow spread. If you like those colors, then this is the spread for you. For me, I'm using blue and yellow because, well, one, it's inspired by that washi, but I am also really liking how they contrast. So this is a color contrast spread. So here I have been shading a lot at the columns and adding that little border to the yellow because the yellow isn't showing up very well. But I'm also using that fine liner side to write my headers down because I do not have the time to wait for the highlighter completely to dry down so that I can use my fountain pen on it without feathering. So that is a trick if you don't want to wait for the mild liner to be completely dry. You can just use a fine liner that is similar in color to the ink or fountain pen ink that you're using. So I'm making something special for the this week overview, and I'm just writing the little crosses over there, and then within each of those crosses I've dot them using the clean color dot in yellow, but I'm going to leave it for now because I want to finish my headers. So I have notes, and then next week at the very bottom I'll talk more about the headers when we get to the page anatomy. But for now, I just wanted to show you another yellow and blue little stationery, and I'm writing down the things that's going to happen this week onto this checklist with the little duckies. I think that's so super pretty. Alternatively, you can also stick that down onto the front of your planner or even your pencil board, so you have an idea right away what's supposed to be going on this week should you choose to do that. So here I'm going to populate the today column using my Hobonichi brush pen. I think this is a Pilot Fudenosuke and or no, a Tombow Fudenosuke type. Let me just check. I'm not sure, but it does feel like that. No, it's a Pentel sign pen something. But most of the little details will be filled in using my fountain pen. And if I wanted to really notice something that I have written down, I'm going to go ahead and use the zig clean color dot. I hope that I'm saying that right. I mean, that the brand is the same as what I think it is. Yes, clean color dot. So here I'm dotting, or I'm making two dots, a blue one and a yellow one, to mark two different things that I am going to be doing this week. If you're only doing one thing, then you don't have to have two dots. You can just have one dot, or if you are color coding, then you can use the colors that you like. Because this spread is yellow and blue, I'm using those two colors. So this is what our spread looks like, and I think we are ready for page anatomy. So as I've mentioned, I have a few columns going on. On the left, I have my day overview. That is the one with the date. So I also have important tasks on there, and then I have a self-study tracker. On the right, I have on the daily extension a daily log, and then on the sidebar, I have a week overview, the notes section, and the next week. But I also wanted to track the tasks, all the different little tasks like emails, admins, all of those things backing up. I want to have a space for that isn't in the weekly planner, because those things are so little and very quick to do that I just don't think that it's going to be important enough to be in my main pages. So I wanted to have a supplement in the notes pages. So I'm really trying to use the notes pages because we are now halfway through the year. The new Hobonichi is coming soon in a couple of months. So let's go ahead and use our notes pages so that we feel like our planner really worked for us this year. So here I'm making a couple of trackers as well as the traditional logging style of the bullet journal. This is, by the way, because it is a tracker, a task tracker, this is going to be a bullet journal type. So here I'm also using the blue and the yellow markers and liners and fine liners, as well as my fountain pen, just to keep it more cohesive, so that when I'm flipping through to this page throughout the week, it feels like it is a supplement, it is an extension. So I'm going to be talking about the different parts of this spread as well, should you choose to do it. But basically, this is a bullet journal spread, so it's a no-brainer. There's barely anything that you should be really doing until the time starts, because this is a daily log. I do have a key at the bottom that I don't think I filmed that part, so this is what it looks like. And then I also have that little space there, and I'm going to be writing reminders on that part just so it stands out. The problem that I have with bullet journal most of the time is that the tasks, the important ones, they all get lost, because when I bullet journal, I write everything down. I do this especially if I am doing an experiment. So this is what we have for the bullet journal. For task logging, we have the task tracker, the logs, the hourly tracker, a reminders, as well as a legend at the bottom. And that is the spread, the two spreads, the main weekly spread, as well as the bullet journal supplement spread. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want some more planning videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.